Hello, it's Emily Honey or M Honey Reads, and I was gonna do a quick get ready with me video and kind of like a bookish chat sort of thing. Talk about what I've been reading and what I've been up to and kind of discuss some bookish things with you guys. So I was going to start off by saying when you finish a series, like a book series, or even it's relatable to like a TV series, it is so sad. I read the Blue Moon series and I've talked about it multiple times on here, and that's because there's 8 of these books. 8. That's a lot. It's by Lucy Score. It's like small town romance sort of stuff. You start off, like each book, the first 3 are about 3 brothers and them finding the love of their life in this small town, and then it moves on to their friends, and you still hear about all of their stories from the previous books, and you get to know these people really well, and it's got this background of this amazing small town called Blue Moon, and it's like all hippie stuff, and it is just like the cutest setting ever, and I fall so head over heels with these characters, and I fall so in love with them. And I started up the book where it all started, which you, I guess, can read. The author, Lucy Score, kind of said whenever, as long as you wait until at least you've read book 3 and 4. But I saved it for last because I was like, I know this book is going to crush me. And it did. I mean, I cried so hard that my eyes were swollen the next day. Like, it got me good. But I loved it. I mean, it was beautiful. It was sweet. I really, really cared about these characters in this book series and all of it. So, yeah, when you end a series, I mean, it's just like, now I just want to start it back over. And that's exactly how I am with TV too, is like, as soon as I end my comfort series, I'm like, okay, redo. It's time to start over. Because I just can't give it up. Like, I don't wanna. So yeah, so I finished that series, cried my eyes out, and now I'm like halfway through. Let me snag it and try not to knock literally everything over in the process. I started at this bad boy. I'm like, you can kind of see, I'm like almost halfway through. And I was trying so hard to stay up last night because I didn't want to put it down, but I'm like falling asleep. So I plan to read it a lot today while my toddler naps because, oh my gosh, it's like, there's just something about thrillers, you know, I need to know. I swear that's like half the reason I love to read is because I'm just like a naturally nosy person and I just like to know what's going on. I'm always just like, what's happening? So since I'm so nosy, I need to know what's happening in the books. But yeah, so I started that one up a couple of days ago, and everybody, like, I have heard nothing but how wonderful it is. People were saying, multiple people, that they stayed up all night or just were able to read it in one sitting, which is just like crazy. It must be that good of a book. So far I have a few theories. I won't say anything. I won't spoil anything for people who have not heard of the book or who want to read it eventually. But the thing with thrillers is it's always like, well, maybe they're actually putting me on this trail to throw me off of the real one. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I overthink things, if you can't tell. I'm constantly like, maybe it's this, but maybe they want me to think that. So, yeah, so those have been my recent reads, the ones that I've most recently been into. And then, I don't know, I'm not sure what I'm gonna read after I'm done with A Flicker in the Dark. It's like I will set up all these ones to read and then I never end up reading what I say I'm gonna read. I always flop around and switch it up and change it up. I'm like the worst at making TBRs and sticking to them. I'm one of those people that's constantly in the mood for random things. But I don't know, I think I might be on a thriller kick. I think I've read a lot of romances and I read a lot of romances last year alone. So I might, I don't know, go back into a thriller sort of mode. Also, did you guys see this? I got this for Christmas. Best sweatshirt ever. I love it so much. My mother-in-law got it for me off of Etsy. Phenomenal. It's so cozy. It's like great material. I love it. I've gotten so many compliments on it. It's extremely accurate. I'm obsessed with it. It's that, article of clothing that as soon as I get it out of the dryer, I'm like, all right, time to put it on. Like, get excited to wear it again. And I'm just like a sweatshirt person in general. So maybe that's half of it, but yeah, super cute. Highly recommend. Go look on Etsy. I had to figure out which Etsy site she got it off of so that I can tell you guys where. So yeah, since I'm on a thriller kick, if there are any recommendations you guys have, if you want to leave me a comment, if you want to message me on Twitter, find me there. Yeah, I would love to know some thrillers that you guys really liked. I will tell you that I didn't quite like The Silent Patient, so just a warning. I would like to try more of his books though, if you guys have read any others of his books. I think there's like The Maidens and stuff like that. But ones that I did really like are like The Whisper Man, Hidden Pictures. I'm really liking A Flicker in the Dark so far. What other ones? The Guest List. Yeah, so if there's any sort of like thriller books or horror, I love horror. It's always been, I know I'm a weirdo, my comfort. Like House of Wax was one of those movies that I constantly had on repeat. I really like even like Rob Zombie, House of a Thousand Corpses, a lot better than The Devil's Rejects, but I don't mind The Devil's Rejects. So like I've always been a big horror movie person, like Trick or Treat. My husband got the lollipop from Trick or Treat tattooed on his ring finger as his like wedding ring, because he never wears his wedding ring for his work. So he got that tattooed on him as a symbol for me, because that's how much I love horror in that sort of genre. So yeah, recommend me thrillers, recommend me horrors, drop them below. Let me know what you guys think. If you've read A Flicker in the Dark, tell me what you think. Like I said, I've only heard amazing things about it. Don't spoil it. Please don't be that person. And yeah, sorry, it's kind of like a quick video, just a small, simple get ready with me, and I'll be back next week with some more videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, you guys mean so much to me. You have no idea. I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks again. Bye, guys.